The other phone I recorded my karaoke songs with. The screen got even worse than it was before. The recording's probably good quality still, I just can't see how to operate it that much without the screen. There's 2, 3 right there. Some dead ones. New tires on the rear of the Moosey Cho today. Thank you, Tire Craft and Smithers. I tell you, you guys are really nice over there, all of you. Thanks for matching the price of Canadian Tire too from the previous quote you gave me before. And thanks for letting me plug there until everything was finished. So yeah, leaving Smithers soon. There's some possibilities I'll explore on my travels. I haven't changed to my new starter yet, but I did buy it. Just sent an email to Josh and Todd, the last 2 people who had my motorhome starter on their accounts with Lordco, giving them an option of what they want to do. But as soon as I confirm what I believe now might be the case, was that they sold me something Lordco that is not totally appropriate for my vehicle, and they keep blaming it on me. And mechanics don't bother because they just don't want to bother with failing parts, although they talk about it. So all the extra expenses to me were quite a bit, and I want to see if anybody wants to claim some sort of accountability instead of blaming Trudeau, you know, because it's within their power to take accountability. It has nothing to do with Trudeau. Speaking of that, let's make this lessons in democracy more and more. So I guess I didn't know in time because I was busy helping somebody and creating a win-win scenario with them. So I didn't know Pierre Poilievre passed through town. It's kind of weird. Pierre has already, probably will, criticize politicians for not going someplace where there's a fire or disaster. And supposedly he stopped his tour around here a few weeks ago because of the fires, but anyways, I ask everybody that's happy or that likes Poilievre, and pretty much their main answer or only answer is they hate Trudeau. That's democracy in Canada now. It is not only do you want to blame the current politician for the Anthropocene as if it's their fault, when it's the fault of majorities like people that want to blame Trudeau, but to actually choose and like the politician that also appears to hate Trudeau, that's Canadian redneckism. That's the kind of democracy that they practice here. It's pretty shameful. Now, with the answer I've been given recently, that I've been giving, because I don't want to get into a debate, like people just hate Trudeau and they'll come up with some sort of argument that has been regurgitated many times. And it shows their own disconnection with reality. So why not go for the guy who only speaks the economics language, therefore is also disconnected with reality, including the reality that economics further disconnects us from the natural world. So I guess Pierre Poilievre got away with me finding out he was here and me asking him some geological epoch question of the Anthropocene we're now in because of the types of ideologies that he is limited to. But I will say that, aside from not knowing any suitable candidates for politicians in any country of the world, including Canada, is for me my specialty, like doing a psychological profile. I would much rather keep Trudeau, including his occasional collaborations with the NDP, and the reasons the Conservatives aren't that involved in collaborations is their self-defeating attitudes within their own parties, like the Republicans. But psychological profiling is no way do I trust Pierre Poilievre more than Trudeau, even if politics was about our own, magical paradigms of money only, which is not. Trudeau is still capable of learning about things that he needs to learn during the Anthropocene related to the Earth system sciences. Collaborations, he's much better suited to interacting with people around the world. he's still talking Trudeau like a politician, like not saying negative things about us Canadians or society here when it is kind of required for cultural repair. But I do believe he's playing a long game, and I do believe that he has hypocrisy just like Poilievre, but not as bad as Poilievre, about wanting to continue the fossil fuel industry here. And I believe that his plan right now is very likely going to be to lower the price of a lot of things based on the price of fuel, right? In Canada before the elections, because the pipeline and the money coming in from that. Things that Pierre Poilievre said he would do, and you can see the way he explains it, he's like Trump. He's only capable of thinking for Canada. Still not understanding any kind of systems thinking, even within international economics. So Trudeau is playing a long game, and you could see that he matured as a person during COVID. And I don't know, if I was going to hazard a guess, is one of the causes for the separation with his ex that's going to make him even more efficient as a politician is the hatred people have of him. Probably the threats, right? I think that may be a biggest factor in their communication as a couple, the threats. So in a way, it's working against them, the hatred, because now he's even more dedicated, and he probably is letting Pierre Poilievre show all his cards, and when the politics comes, some of his long games for Canadians will have come to fruition. Something that Pierre Poilievre is not capable of, thinking in the long term. Even past 4 years, he's not capable of that. Maybe even not within a 4-year term would he be capable of that, which would require not the kind of black and white thinking that Poilievre is only capable of, but the shades of gray that somebody with slightly more maturity like Trudeau is capable of. And I'm not, and no offense, but Christy Freeland probably has less maturity than Pierre Poilievre due to his wife's support, helping him a little bit be more stable in that way. But still, no suitable candidates in Canada. And still, the shame that Canadians would bring to me as another Canadian by voting in Pierre Poilievre would definitely make me leave Canada. Definitely.